Perfect. Oh shit. Alrighty, I think we're ready to begin. Hello, hello. If you haven't realized from the title of this video, we will be... Okay. There we go. I'm gonna be telling some shit stories about my, not primary school. Well, I don't know. I don't really have much secondary yet, or I'm, like, still in secondary, so we don't want to, we don't want to talk about that just yet. But since I'm, like, a good, like, solid few years out of, like, I don't know what song, I don't know for Americans, but the, like, school before middle school. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. So, I'm gonna go tell some shit stories, mainly about a thing we did was mediating, which could be more commonly known as yard duty, where, for those who may not have had to suffer like that, would just have to, basically give up your break to do the teacher's job, and then do it really badly because I hate kids. And I'm sure that I've had friends tell me when they were doing their yard duty that it was brilliant. They had oh, for shit's sake. Oh, well, fuck you too then. That they had like so much fun. There was this kid that loves them and they always hang out with them. Well, guess what? The kids hated me. And a few people thought maybe it's because I looked a little aggressive most of the time, but I think it's just because they had no taste. Personally, very rude. I did not like that. Second of all, they would always just be so annoying, and they'd hurt you. Like, when I say hurt you, I mean, like, attack you. Because the younger they got, the worse they got. Like, I used to think the worst it could possibly get was in first class, because they're, like, the biggest. So when, like, fourth class, you study the first class. Or, not study, Jesus Christ, sounds like a scientific thing. Mediate the first class. Fuck you too, man. So then it's like fifth class, you mediate the senior infants, and they're like they're 6. They're like first class, they're 7 to 6 year olds. Senior infants is 6 to 5, and then junior infants is 4 to 5, with the odd 6-year-old because people are weird. Anyway, so we had like that going on. So we'll start with the first class stories. So I was lucky enough this year to be put in a group with a friend, because teachers, depending on the teacher who'd be doing the yard duty that day, they wouldn't be down for talking to you. Like, if you talk to your friend, they get mad at you. But this situation, they actually didn't. But one thing we did was we had the all-weather pitch, which, when you're in first class, is a big thing, because, like, the, quote-unquote, you can't see my air quotes, but quote-unquote best class would get to go on the air pitch. And actually, it was only good during winter because our school was so small that, like, during winter we'd have to have split breaks, but before split breaks were introduced, you'd have, like, the entire school on the yard without the pitch, which was the largest grass field known to man. Not known to man, it wasn't actually, it was really small, but it made the difference when all the students were in the one place. And I'm explaining this so badly. Ooh. You're fucking with me, right? Anyway, so yeah, we had that happen, where it's all... Oh, shit! That's not fair. Oh, okay, screw you two, guys. Anyway, back to the point. So, yeah, and, like, so when the grass was gone, that was a large portion of our yard gone. So, you couldn't run anywhere, so, like, being allowed in the all-weather pitch was a big thing for everyone, okay? And honestly just made these kids more asshole. Because either way, cause like when you got to split breaks, you're all put in different places, and then your breaks are screwed up. That's why there's all different classes. Anyway, oh, it was a massive pain. But anyway, because actually it didn't make much sense how the second class would have to go to the small. Actually, no, like third class had to go to the smallest yard, and it was painful because you couldn't do anything, and like the teachers be at you like, "Go on, go have fun." How? I can't move unless I'll run into someone. So anyway. That's not the story for today. We're not going to complain about how small the school was. It was actually quite a good school, so I can't complain. But anyway, it was what? for shits and. But yeah, it was like, so they were on the all-weather pitch, and it actually didn't matter where they were, because either way, me and my friend got, we got, are you, anyway, we got, basketballs thrown at, we'd be just after lunch, by the way, we're just after eating, so having basketballs thrown at you by 7-year-olds with weird enough strength hurt like hell. And then the teachers say, oh, tell us, so we did, and they did nothing. They tell the kids, don't do this or we'll take the ball away. They didn't. We still got assaulted. Like, I think it took a few months for them to take it serious, and then they gave out to us for not doing it. I don't know if they remember this. I don't really talk to them anymore. But if they remember this, I swear to God, because it was so annoying, and we both could be complaining and in pain. And everyone else always told me stories. Oh, they're so nice. A little Isabella did this, and it was so nice. She loves me. Where the fuck did that go? All right, but yeah, like, oh, little Johnny did this, little this did that, and like, why do these kids hate me? What's wrong with me? That they all have to just go like kill me? It's not fair. But yeah, so we're gonna get to the real stories now. We got some real juicy stories coming up. But yeah, like, I think that's all the first class really did. But they were the good class for when it was a rainy day, which you get a lot of them in Ireland, trust me. That it was like rainy enough to make you stay inside, because there were some levels of rain where you'd be outside anyway and just wear a coat. But yeah, you'd be sent inside, and you have to mediate them while the teachers went and got their lunch. Exactly. On you know, what, a group of fourth class as well, like 10 doing the oh, sorry dudes, you kidding me? Yeah, so like right, okay, so like a bunch of them yeah, like a bunch of them would what was I saying? Oh yeah, no, so first class had the good movies, like I'm talking Happy Feet, okay, Annie or whatnot. Are you kidding me? Jesus. But yeah, so you have like Annie, Happy Feet, what else? There's like really good movies, I don't know, like the good stuff, like Wreck-It Ralph, I don't know, that stuff. Was that movie out at that time? I don't know. But anyway, whatever the teacher had on like DVD, you were watching it. It was good stuff. And then it got kind of worse the younger you got. So then you go into senior infants, and these are actually real pricks. These are the real pricks of it all. Like, I think I'd say they were the worst out of all of them. Out of juniors and first class and seniors, they were the worst, I think, because they were absolute brats. Who taught these children how to play? Because, good lord, it hurt. And I remember, when I was in junior infants and senior infants, the most we do is play Chase the Mediator. And the way we played that game was you chase them. And you just stand in a circle, bring them to a place, say hello, and then say they can run again. Like, we wouldn't hurt them. We wouldn't, like, I was scared to touch them. I don't know why. I was little 5-year-old me knew all. I just didn't like people touching me, so I was like, well, why would I touch this person? And they were like, oh, it's okay, you can catch me. It's like, no, I'm actually quite okay with not catching you. I just like the chase, you know. But yeah, so that was that. Oh, of course they already left. But yeah, so it was like, they were nice enough. Like, we were nice enough. We were the nice enough class. We never hurt them that badly. We didn't hurt them at all. Like, we didn't hurt them at all, like, full stop. And yeah, so I don't know what happened. Maybe our class, like, maybe the nice guys died. I don't know. But like, either way, because when they played the same game, right? You know, same Chase the Mediator game with a twist, because it was, you know, cops and robbers, fun stuff. Difference is, their idea of cops and robbers was when you were put in jail. When you were put in jail, the idea was that they shove your arm down the handle of a door, and this specific door handle was like round, so your arm fit to, like, it didn't fit, but they could get it far enough down that it hurt like hell. And by the way, when I was doing it, I had one friend. I want to say friend, but like, we only talked when we were mediating. That was the only time we would speak, because like, we used to be friends, and then we kind of like just went in different friend groups, but we were like friends enough to talk to each other when we had nothing else to do, except we had this bitchy ass teacher, man, and she'd always come after us like, stop talking to your friends. And by the way, everybody else was talking to their friends, and then she'd be talking to her teacher friends. Like, maybe if you did your job, we wouldn't have to be standing here right now. We wouldn't be here wasting our lunchtime. By the way, this was always on our lunchtime. Like, I could be playing with my friends, doing anything, drawing, but no, I'm stuck here because of you. So yeah, that was not fun. Oh, for shit's sake. Hey, bestie. But yeah, so like she'd always come after us like, stop talking, you have to play with the little kids. I don't want to play with the little kids, I don't like them. Like, I really do not like them. And it was very annoying. Someone trying to shoot arrows at me? Dude. You want to do this game? Fuck you and your mother. I'm already dying to slimes. Like, you're not going to get the kill. But, oh, Christ. Anyway, yeah, so she'd be after us, like, well, and then she'd go off and talk to her teacher's friend, so I found that very unfair. But anyway, they'd chase you, shove your arm down, like, not, like, you'd actually try to escape. They wouldn't let you leave, so we were actually trying to escape. And then the teacher would come over, and like, oh, why are you letting them do that to you? Letting? I can't stop this. You have a group, like, I mean a big group, like they're like puppy dogs, and they're all grabbing and pulling you. Like, even if you sit on the ground, they will roll you over and make you stand up. Like, they were so strong. Like alone, push them over, but together, good lord, were they strong. I've never taken the analogy of together you're weak, and then no, apart you're weak, then together you're strong. I never took that seriously until I mediated 7-year-old, because good God on a stick, they were strong. Good lord. And my arm genuinely hurt. Like, it hurt so bad after mediating. It was red. Man, like, I was injured. I was so injured. And then you'd actually be running away. Okay, shit, you too. But, yeah, so you'd be like actually running away, and then if that wasn't bad enough, you had the other kids who'd be like, there's this one girl, and for ages no one would play with her, so I'd always play with her, and she was actually nice to me. Outsiders get together. And like, but then I don't know, something like, then drama happened where I just hit my hand to my mic, I don't know if that makes a noise, but like yeah, it was like that's what it was. Where I started thinking where like someone stole her block, and then it was like there's a group of 5 girls, and they were being really bitchy to her because apparently she stole their blocks, and she didn't. I was with her the entire time. It was her block, she was playing with it, and they got mad as hell with her. And then, by the way, when we all had to line up, I forgot about this, because she'd be one of them to actually help you when you go to line up. You have to the teacher would say, get them to collect their toys. They wouldn't. Then since it's taking too long, we'd have to collect the toys, and we'd be going around doing this. And like, actually, I probably should mention this, that for the first principal we had, for like the first half of all this, we did actually get like a gift for this. I mean, oh shit, yep, we were supposed to anyway. Like, I kind of started too late. I got the Easter prize, where you got like, everyone got an Easter egg. Some of them, depending if you won the raffle or not, you got bigger, but whatever, it's not the point. That was a whole thing. Okay, you just took a chunk of my island, man. But yeah, then like pizza parties too, and I got when the teacher's out, you got split up in different classes. So I wasn't even mediating at the time. I was second class, and I completely bonked that. I just joined in, and me and my friend got pizza. It was brilliant. We had 7-Up too. It was so amazing, and okay, but yeah, it was oh yeah, so we did like get prizes, but then like the next, like, we never got as much as the previous years because we got this new teacher and he sucked. Not a new teacher, new principal, and he sucked ass. It was really annoying. Ooh, yeah, that's not gonna work. But okay, yeah, so that sucked ass. But anyway, yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we have to tie them, get them up in their lines, and make them all be quiet and like bring them back to class. But then they were okay for that. And that wise, they were okay. But then we got to 6th class, and I was the junior. They were really annoying. I have the most stories from junior infants because I was forced to actually do my job because I got no friends. I did not, like, you got to put your hands up for what, you have to put your hands up for what, like, teacher, class, or, like, for what group of friends you'd like to be with doing it, and I didn't get to be, like, so it was a group of 6. Our friend group was 7. And I was the one who had to go off alone. And I was the only girl doing it. And it was really annoying, I swear to God. And, oh, shit's sake. And, so I was the only one doing it, so I hated everyone there. And we had to do it, and I, like, kicking myself. By the way, actually, this is a point, the other class never did it. We always got the blame for not doing it, but the other class, the teacher just wouldn't say, oh, it's fine, you don't have to do it. But if we did, like, there was one time, we saw the other class not doing it, so said, fine, we won't do it either. If they're getting away with this, we're not doing it either. And then we had to do double. Like, we had to do double, small break and big lunch. of mediating, and it was so annoying. And I don't know why. It's really unfair. I thought the dog was a person, but yeah, it was you'd think so, wouldn't you? No. The answer is no, Hanban. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so like that was really annoying. And then for the entire year, we had to do like 2 classes worth. And like, actually, it wasn't even because our class didn't do it. It's because they weren't doing it. So we had to do it. And we asked our teacher, like, how is this fair? How would you say this is any way fair? And she was like, oh, it's fine. We just have to do it because the other class, like, she admitted the other class were not doing their job, so we have to make up for it. Like, what? Who made that rule? Who made that rule, dude? It's so annoying. Oops. Up we go. Oh, damn it. Anyway. Yeah, so we had to do it for both classes. It was really annoying. And you'd always want to have small lunch until it's a half day. And then you'd have a half day, but you'd still have your first break. And it always happened where my group were mediating the small lunch before we finished. Like, so I wouldn't get a break at all with my friends, and I'm standing there, like, alone, like, what the heck, like, how is this fair? And we'd say to the teacher, like, it's a half day, let us have our break, the teacher's gonna be there. And she didn't care. It's like, no, you have to do your job. The other class don't do their job, and no one says shit to them. But anyway, what else can you do? So, moving on from senior infants, because the only real pain they did was shove your hand down the door, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, it hurts like hell. And, so that was that. And then you had the issues of junior infants. They were very easy to manipulate. As in, like, there's these boys who decided they wanted to play with me, and I decided, yeah, okay, fine. And they gave me these, like, they picked up pebbles, because, like, we had tarmac, so you could, like, pick up the rocks and, like, pebbles and stuff. Thank you. Thank you, monsieur. But, yeah, that's the thing they did. So they were following me around, and they picked, like, for cops and robbers, and they picked up these stones, like, oh, eat these. But what they didn't know is I had dropped the stones by my leg and pretended to eat them, and they did not see this. They were 5-year-olds. They thought this was amazing. I just ate rocks. How could I? And they were like, this is so cool. We're gonna tell all our friends. Like, that's fine. I don't care. You're a bunch of 5-year-olds. And then they go to tell the teacher. And by the way, I had a lot of teachers who just didn't like me. There's the second class teacher who didn't like me from the start. She hated me, and I don't know why. She just hated me. And then we had oh shit, sick. And then we had, like, teachers who would like me at the start of the year, and then suddenly they wouldn't like me, and I don't know why. But yeah, that was weird. That's so annoying. Anyway, so yeah, this teacher in particular did not like me, and I didn't even have her as a teacher because she just didn't like me because there's this one girl who was obsessed with me for some reason. I don't know. It's like she'd have this friend group where it wasn't really a friend group, but they didn't like her. But I get it because I was on the other girl's side of where she was saying I'd come over, like, here, she says you're leaving her out, would you mind letting her play with you? And she'd say, we're trying, but then she's like really bad, like, I don't know, whatever little 5-year-old game they're playing, she's playing it wrong, and they're like getting really pissed off. So I was kind of like on their side for that, in fairness. I don't know. But yeah, so I'd always have to bring the rule was, if a kid is crying, you take them to the teacher. Like, that was the general rule of that. But, yeah, this, for some reason, this time it was different. And, alright, so, sorry, back now. But, yeah, and the teacher started hating me because the girl kept coming over and crying. So she did not like me for that. As if it was my fault, by the way. I did not ask for this at all. And, yeah, so she was giving out. And then she just said, deal with it yourself. You're old enough now. No, I'm not. I'm 13 years old at the time. I don't know. I wasn't old enough to be caring for kids. So I did, like, and she'd always be, like, crying, and snot would be running from her nose, and I couldn't even, I couldn't understand what this girl would be saying to me. But apparently, I still don't understand, and I don't know how, a lot of years later, I still don't understand. She's trying to tell me, and then there's, the leader of the group, you know, like, the more confident one who tell you the problem, and she's like, well, listen up. And she's like, this girl, so they're doing the little doggy role play or whatever, they're doing a role play, I think, I don't know. Whatever game, and this girl keeps breaking the rules. I don't know what rules there are in roleplay, but apparently she keeps trying to be a power-hungry little bitch girl. So, yeah, we had that problem, and she's like, well, we're trying to include her, but A, breaking the rules, and B, she's, like, ruining it for herself. It's like she's not like these girls aren't even the problem. She is the problem. But she's like, I don't know. So she'd be So she was crying her eyes out, like, good God, woman. And yeah, so we had that issue. Sort of justice. But yeah. I did it. But yeah, so that was really annoying. And I think every day she came up to me and like all these girls would be saying, "Oh, God, yeah, they love me. I'm really friends. I like they all love me. They're friends." And I was like, why are you kids? Why are their kids actually playing with you? The people the people who come to me are crying. And I'm like, so then anyway, moving on. So also these little 5-year-olds, right? They're so nasty. You come up to them, and like they no, they come up to you all like, oh, I'm like literally this kid. I remember him. He had a really big head. He comes up to me and he's like, I have a cold. I'm sick. And like, I'm not only did he tell me how sick he was, he was he was. But yeah, he came up to me. I'm really sick, and then he would cough. Like he would not only cough, he coughed on me, and that was like the most disgusting part of it all. And like it was so gross. I'm sorry, it was so gross. I fell. Anyway, yeah, so he coughed on me. It was really gross, and he like sneezed. I'm like, that's wonderful. Keep it to yourself. Anyway, and then we move on to the big kicker. Like I think this will be the final story, but it's the most annoying story that I remember the most because why was I put in this situation? This wasn't my job. This was not my job at all. Like it's a teacher's job to look after kids. Why did they make us do it? It doesn't teach you anything other than you hate the kids. Actually, wait, no, this is not my final story. I have like 2 others after this. But anyway. So this little girl, this is the first week of mediating 6th class. It's like I mediated Thursdays, so it's like my first time doing it. Not first time, it's like first time of the year doing it. And God, did I hate it. Because I roll up like, hey. And there's this girl crying for her mother. And I'm going to sound like such a monster when I say this, but I did not care. I did not care because she's scream crying for her mother. She's like homesick, whatever. And the teacher says, okay, take her into the classroom and make her do some arts and crafts or read a book just to calm her down. Like, okay, I don't mind. I'm not great with kids, but I understand why she's feeling like this. I will do my best. You've got this. So anyway, we bring this little girl into the classroom. And it's all, oh, yeah, okay, go sit over there. There's a little library corner, that they'd have. And so, yeah, okay, just go over there, you'll be okay. Your mother's at home, you'll be home soon. It's like, it was big lunch at this stage. So I was like, okay, well, you're nearly home now, home stretch, buddy. And this girl, so what I had to do was, I gave her a book. And she threw it across the room. It's like, okay, obviously not big into reading here. I won't force that on you. Yeah, she disagreed. Oh, shit. But yeah, she disagreed. So I went over and I got a piece of paper. I gave her a crayon. I was like, here, do you want to start drawing? You can draw a dog. You can draw whatever. She looks at me. So, by the way, the entire time she's scream crying. And like, I don't like screaming children. I hate loud noises, I hate screaming, but I hate screaming kids even worse. So I'm trying my level best here with all the teacher told me. And I gave her and by the way, I'm young, I should not have been left in control of this little kid. So I gave her the crayons, like, oh, come on, do you want to start drawing? I will feel better. And she threw it at me. She screamed in my face and she threw it at me. So I basically said a big F you. And I killed all their zombies. Yeah, I I sat on the table and let her cry it out. I sat on the table, didn't care. I had my back to her, and I think the teacher looked in the window to see how I was doing, and decided, yeah, this kid is horrid at her job, and or at their job, and yeah, what was I? Oh yeah, sorry, that's what I was saying. Oh shit. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, I sent them in there to go relax this child, and all I see them. That's so bitchy. That is so asshole. That's so asshole. Anyway. That's so. Anyway. Yeah, so then how dare this child who I set up to do this without telling them what to do with real preparation, and when I'm the teacher who should be doing this job myself, not be doing what I told them to with a screaming child. So they sent in the other mediator to say, oh, she said you can come out now, you can just leave her in there for a bit. It's like, okay, don't care. I just left and shut the door. Did not care. And my spring boots are on cooldown. They can do that? Did not know they could do that. Okay. I thought someone used a force on me. But anyways, yeah, that was my top tier aid help. There's probably so much more I could have done. But you tell me, buddy, because I did not know. You fucking tell me. Kaboom, bitch. Oh, we're gonna miss. Okay. But yeah, so that was top tier. So 2 more, like my final 2 stories. Okay. We had, what was it? Oh yeah. So Thursday, 6th class again. All my friends are mediating, so I was pretty alone. Yeah, so I wasn't alone. I was drawing. I like to draw. So I'd have my sketchbook out, I'd be drawing, and that's fine when it's spring and summer, but I didn't get to experience that because COVID cut us all off, whatever. So I all through winter I'd be drawing, and my hands are frozen because no matter what weather it was, you were out there. You were out, and you're out and playing. If it wasn't thunderous, if it wasn't raining, you were out there. So it was really cold, and I hated it because I love drawing, but I couldn't feel my fingers. And then so there'd be like people I used to be friends with, like, oh, you can talk with us. I was like, okay, and they weren't really my type of friends. Like, that sounds really bad, but I mean, like, nicest way possible. They were like, it's just how it is that you just, like, I don't know, I didn't fit into their genre. They were like, at the time, so I was young, so it was like I wasn't standing around and talk. Our friend group would kind of like play a game, we'd be chasing each other, and they were standing around and talk about stuff. So anyway, I'd be drawing, and then my 6th class teacher would come over and be all, oh, hi. She would, like, since I was alone, she took it upon herself to go talk to me. I was happy enough to be on my own, but not the point. What's that? That's snow. What are you trying to do to me? But yeah, what was it? Oh yeah. So it was all about that. And it was really annoying. Because, well, not annoying, but the thing was, it was spooky because she would take my damn sketchbook out of my hands, and she felt the need to go, to flip through it, and I had some, like, not strange art, I just had, like, no one likes people looking through their sketchbook, okay? No one likes it. It was really sucky. I didn't like it at all. And, yeah, I really hated that. So I sat there and just let her do it, but it was fine. So anyway, it took about, like, I don't know why, like, I think at some stage I was like her, not favorite student, but preferred student, until she realized, because I rode horses, and for some reason, when I told her this at the start of the year, she thought I owned horses. I didn't. I only said I do lessons. I actually said that myself. I take lessons. Never said I own horses, but she took it. So when I said it again, like half a year later, then she didn't like me. She just did straight up, like, I was average to her. No, she liked me. She wasn't, like, mean to me at all. She never would pick on me. But you can feel the difference, you know? From going from the kind of like the preferred child to the, you can start being average, you feel it, okay? You can feel the change. But, oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, that was, oh shit. Okay. Wasn't fun. But, yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so anyway, that was never fun. But oh yeah, the movies. We'd always try to go to the classroom on the left because they always had really good movies to watch, and like, as in, like, I don't know, they were appropriate kids movies, but they were good kids movies, like Ice Age and stuff. But the classroom on the left always had bad movies, like the Numberjacks, or like actual kids movies, like straight up. I don't know, this weird one where they had this lady where you'd learn your numbers, like, oh, let's count to whatever, and whatever number it is, you'd have all these different characters saying what, like, have a song or like a cutscene to how they're learning their numbers to help you learn the numbers and adding. Okay, I'm gonna be real honest, that was a good movie. It was I don't know what series that was, but it was damn well good. I liked it. I just can't think of it, but like, it usually had the bad movie, so you'd fight tooth and nail to go into that one. Anyway. Okay. What else was there? There was another story, and I cannot remember it for the life of me. Did I just do that? I did just do that. Anyway, Spackraft. Okay. But, yeah, that's probably it, actually. I think that's all the stories I have that I can think of. I had a lot of weird ones. It's hard to think of all the stories, all the things you've been put through. But it sucked. I never liked it. Like, it was actually so stupid. It never made sense to me why we had to do it, because like it was dead ass the teacher's job, and these kids, just, we had to deal with them, and it wasn't fair. I'm sorry, it wasn't fair at all. Like, giving up our lunch to have to deal with these snot-nosed rats? Absolutely not. It was so stupid. There it is. See, this doesn't make sense to me. This is stupid. This doesn't make sense. Now I made a tree. Please, I can break this. There we go. Excalibur. I came over here to kill that guy, and now I'm... Where'd they go? Oh, that's rude. Oh, just to be refilled. I cannot remember another story. But whatever. Yep, okay. Oh, that's not that. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for now. I know there's another story, and I cannot remember it. Wait, I think, honestly, maybe that was an individual experience for me, but like everybody else would say how like, oh, all the kids lovely. Oh my god. Oh yeah, all the kids like love me. I have this best friend. She loves me. And like all of them hated me. If I tried to play with them and mix with them, they hated me. They wouldn't. They'd look at me and just walk away. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, good God Almighty, get a life. Yeah. So in conclusion, 5 to 7-year-olds do not like me very much. Apparently, I don't know. It must be my face. Anyway, that was a fun time. Enjoy. I don't know. Yeah, that was a fun time. Goodbye. Like and subscribe for more fun stories sounding like a zombie. Yay.